So, my people, this matter between Nnamdi Kanu and Justice Omotosho has really become something everybody is talking about. The tension in court is heavy, and you can literally feel the pressure on both sides. Imagine a man who's been in detention for years, standing face to face with a judge who is no longer smiling at delays. That's what's going on right now. The court has said clearly, enough is enough. It's time to defend yourself or lose the chance completely. Now, what really happened is that Nnamdi Kanu, who is the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, popularly known as IPOB, has been in detention since 2021. Many of you already know the story. He was brought back to Nigeria after being arrested abroad, and since then, it has been one court hearing after another. The case has dragged on for a long time, and the court seems to have reached that point where patience is wearing thin. Justice Omotosho, the judge handling the case, has now told him straight, if you don't open your defense in this next sitting, the court will move forward without you. Guys, that's a serious message. When a judge says that, it means the case is already at the final stage. The prosecution, that's the government side, has already finished presenting their witnesses and evidence. Now it's time for Kanu's side to speak. But he told the court that he dismissed his lawyers and that he would represent himself. That's where things started to get more complicated. Remember, representing yourself in such a sensitive case is not a small thing. It requires a lot of courage and understanding of the law. But Kanu has always been that kind of person. Bold, outspoken, and ready to face things his own way. The judge, however, reminded him that this is not about emotions or politics. This is a court of law. The rules must be followed, and time is no longer on his side. Please, if you are following so far, just pause for a second and like this video. It helps us grow and keeps you updated on all the latest stories. Also, don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any of our new uploads. Now back to the gist. During the court session, the judge gave what people are calling a serious warning or even a judicial threat. He said that if Kanu refuses to open his defense, the court will have no choice but to close the case from his side. And once that happens, the court will move straight to judgment. That means Kanu may not even get another opportunity to defend himself fully. That statement shook everyone present in the courtroom. Supporters who managed to attend were silent. Even some of the lawyers were surprised by how firm the judge was. But the judge explained that the case has gone on for too long, and justice delayed is justice denied. He said both sides must act responsibly, and the court will not entertain unnecessary delays. Now, another important part of this whole matter is Kanu's health. He has been complaining for a while that his health is failing while in detention. The court has even ordered that the Nigerian Medical Association set up a panel to check his condition and confirm if he is fit to stand trial. That's something serious too, because if the medical report says he's not fit, it could affect the entire case. But if they say he is fine, then there's no more excuse. Let's not forget that this trial is not just a legal case. It's also an emotional one. A lot of people in the southeast region of Nigeria see Kanu as a symbol of something bigger. To them, he represents a voice that speaks for their struggles, their frustrations, and their desire for fairness in the country. So anytime something happens in court, emotions run high. People react online, protests happen, and conversations begin all over again. But you know what makes this latest twist even more interesting? It's that moment when Kanu told the court he doesn't trust his legal team anymore and that he would rather represent himself. That statement alone got people talking. Some said it's a bold move. Others said it's risky. Because when you handle your own defense, you carry the full weight alone. Still, Kanu stood his ground. He insisted that he wants to be heard in his own words, and the judge told him, fine, then prepare to defend yourself. But if by the next sitting he hasn't done so, that's when this shocking threat, as people call it, will take effect. The judge made it clear that he won't keep the case pending any longer. Please, again, don't forget to like this video right now. If you're still watching, it means you love real-time stories like this, so just support us by hitting the like and subscribe buttons. Now, let's talk about the bigger picture. What could happen next? If Kanu opens his defense, then the court will allow him to present his own side of the story, bring witnesses, and challenge the government's claims. That could take more weeks or even months. But if he refuses or fails to show readiness, the judge will simply close his defense, and then the next step will be Judgment Day. That's why a lot of people are watching closely, because whichever way it goes, this case will make history in Nigeria's legal system. It will also affect how people view government trials, especially when it comes to political and ethnic matters. Some believe the case will test how fair the judiciary can truly be. Others believe it's about showing that no one is above the law. Now, beyond the courtroom, let's not ignore the mood across the country. In some areas of the southeast, every time Kanu's case comes up, people show solidarity. Some markets close, some towns go quiet, and social media goes wild with reactions. Everyone wants to know what will happen next. Another thing that adds drama is that the prosecution insists that Kanu's past broadcasts and speeches caused unrest, fear, and division. They say his words influenced some of the violent clashes in the region, but his supporters always argue that he was only speaking up for justice and the rights of his people. So the case is not just about what happened, it's also about what it represents. And that's why this warning from Justice Omotosho is seen as a turning point. It's not every day you hear a judge issue such a strong message to a high-profile defendant. It shows that the court wants to draw the line. Either the trial continues properly or it ends soon. Let's be honest. No matter which side you support, everyone wants to see this matter settled once and for all. The story has dragged for too long and it's time for closure one way or the other. But what we are hoping for is a fair process where the truth comes out and justice is done without bias or politics. Now let's look at Kanu's personality in all this. He's someone who doesn't back down easily. From the start, he has shown confidence and courage in the face of challenges. Whether you agree with his methods or not, you can't deny that he's one of the most talked about figures in Nigeria today. His words carry weight, his presence stirs emotions, and his supporters are loyal to him. That's why even a small statement from him can cause nationwide reactions. And that's also why the court's decision is so sensitive. Every move will be analyzed, every word will be quoted, and every judgment will be discussed for months. So the judge has to balance firmness with fairness, and Kanu has to be strategic in how he responds. But one thing that's clear, the clock is ticking. The court gave him a final chance, and the next hearing will show whether he's ready to take it or not. That's why this story has everyone's attention right now. Please, before we move on, don't forget again, like this video, subscribe, and drop your thoughts in the comment section. What do you think about Kanu defending himself? Do you think it's a brave move or a risky one?